Alright guys, what's going on? It's Shram here and welcome back to another video I got for you guys today. Today I'm going to be attempting to rebuild the Oakland Raiders, and I have to address something quickly. So I know in my last rebuild I said that I was going to do like a special sort of different style rebuild for this next one. But the thing is, I entirely recorded that one. I was really satisfied with it. I thought it was a good video. I was excited to get it up, and I started trying to edit it today, the day I'm recording this one, and I found out that my my voice audio or my laptop picked up my voice audio instead of my microphone, and my laptop voice audio is absolutely terrible. So there's no way I was putting you guys through that video, like 40 minutes of that. That would have been, I just didn't want to do that. So I think it would be better off if I just redo it at some point. And since I just kind of did it, I don't know, I just don't really feel like doing that same sort of rebuild again this quickly. So I'm going to put that off until the next one now, and I'm going to start with the Raiders here. This is just a normal fantasy style rebuild of the Raiders. So yeah, I'm just going to get right into this. Obviously, this is the Raiders roster. Has a pretty good offense, honestly, though, but Derek Carr dropped in overall quite a bit, but I think he's still good enough to keep on the team here. 83 overall, superstar development. He still definitely has room to develop before he starts regressing. Marshawn Lynch is more than likely off of the team. Same thing with Michael Crabtree. Are you over 30? You are 29, but next season you're going to go down a lot, so I'm definitely going to trade you. Amari Cooper is definitely here to stay. The majority of this O-line is here to stay. Khalil Mack, Ronnie Hudson, and Gabe Jackson I will keep. Donald Penn is gone. Marshall Newhouse is most likely gone. Not the greatest. Jared Cook, how old are you? 30 years old. Alright, that means you are gone. Check out the defense, though. Obviously, we got Khalil Mack, one of the best defensive players in the NFL. Carl Joseph is here. Very nice player up there. David Emerson's there. TJ Carey, are you playing that well? TJ Carey's an 83, but you're 27 years old. That might mean I have to trade him. Pretty bad D-line. I might move Khalil Mack down to defensive end and actually run a 4-3. Alden Smith, I think you have slow. Yeah, okay, you're getting traded just because you have slow. Mario Edwards is not bad. He's a 3-4 guy. I feel like he could fit a 4-3 scheme pretty well. So I think I'm actually okay with him playing one of the end positions. And then Bruce Irvin, you're 29 years old. You are getting traded. Navarro Bowman getting traded, even though he used to be amazing for the 49ers, but he's been injured, I think, over the past couple of years. So a lot of these guys on defense have to get traded, but they definitely have some young talent here. Like David Emerson isn't horrible. How old are you, like 25? Yeah, he's 25. And then how old is Gary Conley? I think he's only 22. Yeah, he's a rookie. 22 years old. He's nice. He's a nice guy to have there. So I'm just going to get into some trades. So I was planning on keeping Khalil Mack, but then I realized that he's 28, only an 86 overall. He's really not going to go up anymore, and his cap hit is about $8 million. So I decided to trade him. So I'm giving the Vikings him, Bruce Irvin, and a third rounder for Danielle Hunter. Danico Autry, EJ Manuel, and Justin Ellis, I think, for Bradley Roby and a fourth rounder. Michael Crabtree and Sean Smith for the Jets' first pick. Seth Roberts, Cordero Patterson, and David Emerson for Christian McCaffrey, a fifth and a sixth rounder. Jared Cook, Alden Smith, and Navarro Bowman for Robbie Anderson, a second and a fourth rounder. Marshall Newhouse, Denver Kirkland, and Reggie Nelson for the Giants' first rounder. Marshawn Lynch and Donald Penn for the Buccaneers' first rounder. Mario Edwards Jr. and Connor Cook for the Cardinals' first rounder. I actually didn't think that was going to work, but we got Hester, whose first name I don't know. Same thing with McDonald. And Sebastian Janikowski. The only reason why I'm trading him is because his cap hits way more than Tavecchio. So I'm just going to keep Tavecchio on my team. But all three of those guys for Ali Marpet. Jalen Richard, Sutton Calhoun, and Lee Smith for Joe Tooney. I love being able to do this to the Browns. Giving them 269 rated middle linebackers and this random 61 rated corner for the Browns' first round draft pick. I actually didn't expect that to go through. I'm just trading something stone for DJ Reader, I think his name is. I hope he can slide over to defensive tackle. I'm not really actually sure what his dimensions are all about, but I'm going to see what happens. This is the team for the first season. I don't think it looks bad, but I don't think we're going to make the playoffs just because our defense isn't the greatest. I'll show you guys that in a second, but this is what the offense looks like. Derek Carr is obviously still here. I think he's fine. Christian McCaffrey is a very good rookie in this game. 85 overall, superstar development, 21 years old. That's nice to see. Robbie Anderson, I think, can fill in nicely at the number 1 spot, and then Amari Cooper always really thrives in the slot whenever I get him in rebuilds. And Robbie Anderson seems more of like a number 1 receiver to me, just because of his frame and his stats and stuff like that. He has ridiculous stats. But this is the O-line. Ronnie Hudson, I moved him over to left tackle. Joe Tooney is staying at left guard. Ali Marpet's the center. Gabe Jackson's the right guard. And this Sharp guy, what's your first name? David Sharp, he's a rookie, the right tackle. I think he has some room to develop. Clive Walford is the tight end. I'm going to look to draft one. Actually, this isn't final. I don't want my wide receiver 2 to be that Holton guy. I actually wanted to sign someone because I'm pretty sure, like, Philly Brown. Yeah, I was going to say Philly Brown I think is a receiver that's in free agency. I'll give him a contract. See how he performs. Maybe he'll do well. Just give Derek Carr the most amount of the best chance to succeed, really. So let me move Philly Brown to the number 2 spot. It says A- there still. That makes sense. Yeah, he's not an A- in any means. What are you actually? You're a speed wide receiver. I'll have to change that. Might as well do it now. Wide receiver 2 speed. He probably won't go up much, but it doesn't really matter. It doesn't really matter all that much. We got speed in all three of our wide receiver positions. Does that make him go up at all? No, stays at 77. That's fine. And then here's a look at the defense. Like I mentioned, our linebacker core sucks. Markel Lee is actually decent. I've seen him do really well in rebuilds before because I've seen him win Rookie of the Year the first season. So he's our middle linebacker. This is a 4-3 now. I'm pretty sure the Raiders in real life have a 3-4. It just kind of looks that way since Khalil Mack is outside linebacker. And they have Mario Edwards seems more like, I guess he's a 3-4 guy, but his frame doesn't really see it to me. But I don't know if any Eddie Vanderdoes plays, but I know he's a 3-4 kind of end. I moved him to defensive tackle. DJ Reader went up to an 85, which is pretty nice to see. I didn't expect him to go up that much. He's probably a pretty decent guy to trade for now that I think about it. Khalil Mack can move down to right end. Daniil Hunter obviously still a left end. And then here is the cornerback core. Not bad. Bradley Roby, I want him to play the nickel, I think. TJ Carey, you are 6 foot tall, 91 speed. Bradley Roby's probably faster. Yeah, 93 speed. He seems more of a nickel corner kind of dude. And then Carl Joseph is a strong safety. And Obi Melifonwu is playing free safety for us. Of course, my fantasy draft stud that I got on my 49ers team. But I'm going to adjust the sliders and make sure all the settings are right. And I'll see you at the midseason. At the midseason mark here, we are 3-5, having to take on the 3-5 Dolphins. TJ Carey looks like our highest rated free agent to bring back. But let's check out the division. We are in 3rd. The Chargers are always really, really good in simulation, so I didn't really think that we would win the division this year because the Chargers are just insane. Anyway, though, let's check out the offense. Nobody looks like they have like a mind-blowing amount of experience on offense, at least. Maybe defensively? Yeah, same thing over here. I mean, actually, Obi Melifonwu has 8.4 thousand. That's kind of random. I didn't expect him to get that much. But anyway, let's see who else we have to bring back. I don't know if I'm going to negotiate with TJ Carey yet. I think I'm going to let that one go. Giorgio Tavecchio, I'll give him an offer. He doesn't really want that much. He's a kicker, pretty solid kicker there. I think we'll get it done for the rest of the rebuild. He is on the team the rest of the time, and nobody else on this team, nobody else here, I mean, I would like to bring back. I'm gonna let him go, yeah. So TJ Carey is like our biggest question at the end of the year. It depends on how he plays. If he plays well, I will offer him a contract, but if he just does averagely, I won't because he is getting up there in age. But anyway, I'll see you guys at the end of the season. We did not make the playoffs, but looks like we signed Keith Marshall to our practice squad. All right. Anyway, we went 4-12 along with the Broncos, and then the Chargers and the Chiefs pretty much took over the division, both doing pretty well. I totally clicked to the right, but apparently not. How did our team do? Okay, so 0-3. No, 1-3. Words, they're hard sometimes. 1-3 in the preseason. Lost the opening game. Then we beat the Jets. Then we beat the Broncos by a lot. We beat the Chargers, actually. Went on a healthy losing streak there. Beat the Giants and went on another healthy losing streak. We lost a shootout to the Eagles. That's alright. How did the team play? I'm hoping Derek Carr played well. I really am. How'd you do, my man? 4,400 yards, 32 touchdowns, 22 interceptions, though. I like the yardage and the touchdowns, but the interceptions are a bit too much. Christian McCaffrey got over 1,000 yards with 11 touchdowns. It's actually a really good season from a rookie running back because, as I've always said for a while, I find it very hard to get like rookie players over 4 yards a carry, but he just did that pretty easily. DeAndre Washington had 8 touchdowns out of the backup there. Amari Cooper had 1,200 yards. Robbie Anderson had 1,100. Amari Cooper had 11 touchdowns, though. He had a really good season. Philly Brown didn't do all that much, and Clive Walford did not as well. But Christian McCaffrey had 7 receiving touchdowns and 639 receiving yards. All right, he combined for 18 touchdowns this year. That's a really good season. Check out sacks, though. Okay, David Sharp gave up a good amount. Ronnie Hudson didn't really play badly at all at left tackle. That's pretty respectable for a left tackle there. And there were 7 sacks let up from the rest of the O-line. Most of those from Joe Tooney, though. Markel Lee had 142 tackles, and James Cowser had 123. 20 tackles for loss for Khalil Mack. That's pretty nice to see. He also had 13 sacks. Daniil Hunter had 9.5, and Eddie Vanderdoes had 8.5. 3 interceptions from TJ Carey, 2 from Obi Melifonwu and Bradley Roby. I just want to make sure of something quickly. Actually, I should probably sort this by tackles for loss if I want to look at it. Both of our defensive tackles are indeed playing. Okay, I just wanted to make sure. And then I already checked interceptions, so let's go to touchdowns. I always like fear that I'm in the wrong scheme or something, but Gary and Conley and Obi Melifonwu each had a touchdown. 2 rookies, that's pretty cool. We were 20th on offense. That can definitely improve next season. And we were 23rd on defense. That will for sure improve next season. Tom Brady of the 8-8 Patriots wins MVP. Does Joe Tooney really make that much of a difference, considering that's the only player we took from them? Nobody from the Raiders in this didn't really expect that to be the case. I don't think Derek Carr did well enough to make it in here. Defensive Player of the Year, Khalil Mack probably will. Or not, I lied. Offensive Rookie of the Year, Christian McCaffrey comes in second, but I'm still sure he has a good amount of experience. Defensive Rookie of the Year actually goes to Markel Lee. That's pretty nice to see, because I'm guessing there aren't many good middle linebackers in the AFC, or many good rookie defensive line... What? Rookie linebackers in the AFC. I almost said defensive linebackers. Of course they're on defense. Whatever, Obi Melifanu makes it in there at number 7, but like my point was that I'm sure there's not many AFC rookie linebackers, like middle linebackers, who start, because I see Markel Lee winning that all the time, and I feel like he just might be the only middle linebacker in the AFC who starts. But anyway, after I finally got that thought across, I can see that Amari Cooper has nearly 50,000 experience. That's a Pro Bowl and a half. Yes, it is. He got 32,000 just for making the Pro Bowl. Christian McCaffrey doesn't have all that much, but it's not really that big of a deal. Markel Lee has 31,000. Obi Melifanu has 44,000, and he got quick development. That's a beautiful season. He made the Pro Bowl. Just for making the Pro Bowl, he got 32,000 and quick development. That is gorgeous. Gary Conley has 8.4 thousand. That's not bad. Okay, so it looks like we have a good amount of experience to spend. I'm excited to use that, but until then, I will be simming until the offseason. So TJ Carey is an impending free agent. I'm not going to worry about him. I'm not going to bring him back because he's going to start to regress soon. Our team signed Colin Kaepernick once again. And then Philly Brown, I'm not going to worry about either. So nobody to bring back at this particular juncture right now. So I always say that because, I mean, I think I just got it from Bengal because Bengal says that all the time. Like, I'm not just trying to copy him by saying that. It's just like my first thought process while I'm trying to say, like, in this area that I'm at right now. That's just the first phrase that comes to my mind because he said it so often. Anyway, we have $28.5 million in cap, so we can bring in some players if anyone's here. Cameron Brate, I might actually pursue because we do need a tight end. Or Trey Burton. I think I'm going to go after Trey Burton because he's a year younger. ASJ, do you still have slow? Okay, he still has slow, but he might be better than them both. I don't know, because ASJ is actually really good. Tavon Austin is an 84 rated running back. All right. I'll probably go after some random people, like anyone not getting offers here. Jerick McKinnon, I'll give you a contract because you definitely have some trade value. That's easy to see. I'll give him that contract there. I'll probably do this with a couple people, but the guys I think I might actually, pursue. I'm gonna pursue our ASJ. That's way too much. He's only getting 72. Oh yeah, I'm definitely gonna pursue ASJ. I get he has slow development, but like he's pretty good. He's really not bad at all. 86 overall with slow is not bad for a tight end. So I will take that. And then I'm also going to give a contract to Trey Burton, and then I'll figure out which guy I want to keep. Is that going to be enough? That's 100. I'll just keep that there, trying to make sure I get him. Actually, I'll bring it down a tad. But anyway, I'll see you guys in the draft. So I'm in the draft now, and I just kind of figured out what I wanted to do before I started talking. And I decided to trade up with the 49ers. I'm giving them my 21st overall pick. This backup center and this backup free safety for their second pick right now. And with this pick, I'm taking a free safety. I was nervous that they were going to draft him because he's right here. And this dude does have guaranteed superstar development, so that's nice to see. James Romero looks very, very good. Don't know much about his zone, but it could be a B. Could also be like a C or something, but I think he's good enough. 78 overall, normal development. Nope, superstar development. And I also just realized, I don't know why I did that. I forgot that Obi Melifanu got so much experience. Now I just kind of made a weird predicament for myself because I don't think this guy will start. I don't know why I did that. Maybe this guy can play outside linebacker because his zone isn't the greatest. I don't know. That was a poor decision for me. I should have just skipped right to my pick. I didn't really lose much in the process, but I don't know why I did that. I'm going to trade away this pick and potentially my 6th pick as well. That looks way too good to not take. I'm just going to do that really quickly with the Bears. And then I think, actually, no, I'll just start taking players with my 6th pick. They're mid-first round people, and I think I can get away with taking them now in the early first round because I think they're good enough, to be honest. So let's go with Mustafa Stephens. He looks really, really good. He is pretty strong. He's a very talented defensive tackle. He's actually kind of fast, too. Let's go with him. 80 overall, normal development, ranked 5th in the entire draft. We took him at number 6. That's a very good player right there. And then with this next pick, I think I'm going to come back and take... I'm actually not sure. I think it's a right outside linebacker. Because this guy also looks very, very talented. Craig Franklin out of Penn State. B+ tackle, B+ hit power, B+ block shed. Looks like he fits the scheme. Hopefully he has decent zone. He's actually not the fastest, but he is really strong and agile. So let's go with him. 79 was slow. I always draft slow developing outside linebackers, man. I swear. What's his zone coverage? Does not show it here. 62. Okay, so he doesn't really fit the scheme all that much. A bit of a bust. That sucks, but I'll get over it. This pick I'm going to trade away, and then I'm going to come back with my final pick in the first round of this draft. That's a first rounder from the Bengals next year, a second this year, and a 7th. I'm going to take that. I'm going to take that pick, actually, because I would like another second rounder, I think. I don't know if I have one. I'm not sure if I got one from the Bears. I may have when I traded down with them, or traded back with them. This 14th pick, I think this is actually the last pick I have. Yeah, I don't have the 21st pick because I did trade it. So I really hope this cornerback is still here. He is Gussie Sellers. I don't know. He's super fast, has a good frame, nice press, nice man, pretty decent zone. That's not bad at all. Good vert jump, good broad jump. Let's go with him. Please don't have slow. All right, nice. 81 overall, quick development. Very, very talented cornerback right there. He's going to come in, I think, probably as our number 1. I think I'm going to still keep Bradley Roby in the nickel spot. I'm not sure, but he's really good. I'm also going to trade away this pick. I think, actually, how many second rounders do I have? This is actually important. I have 2 more. I think I can get away with trading it. I mean, you're an early 3rd rounder. You are a late 3rd rounder. I'm just going to take my middle linebacker now. I really don't want him going. I shouldn't have done that. Was a good pick, but he's slow. Oh my god. This is pissing me off, man. I keep taking random slow developing guys. I'm not being too attentive toward the draft stories. I'm trading away this pick, and then with the next one, I think I'm going to come back and take that center. That sounds good to me. Let me get all next year stuff. I don't want any more picks this year. That's 3 second rounders next year. Okay, that's going to be some very, very nice trade value. And I think with this pick, I'll take the center. Actually, when's my 3rd rounder? The 19th. Yeah, I don't want to risk that. And I don't feel like trading in the 3rd round. So I'm just going to take this guy. Quinn Carman. I only have his first skill scouted, but that's all I really need to know that he's amazing. 73 with normal. Not necessarily amazing, but he still is really good. There's actually another center that I have scouted. I don't remember what draft or what round he's supposed to go in, but if he's supposed to go in the 3rd, I'm going to scoop him up right now and then just start whoever seems better. Let's see. He's a 4th round talent. Early 4th round talent. I'm going to take him just to make sure he doesn't go. 75 with superstar. Alrighty then, this guy's starting at center. That is a fact. Good to see. So I have a whole lot of picks left. I'm just going to take some random players because I don't want to get like an insane amount of picks for next year. So let's take, should I take this quarterback? I'm taking him. He's horrible. I don't really care how badly I reach for that one. Let's just forget about that pick, right? I have another pick here. I just don't feel like trading down just because of like the sheer amount of picks that I already have for next season. Should I take a fullback? I didn't scout any of these fullbacks. I really should have. Let's go with this guy. 73 overall, normal development. I will get one. Okay, I'm getting one of these fullbacks. One of these fullbacks is going to be one of those like 83 rated guys that are just amazing. I wonder who the next one is, who it might be. Because I don't need a pick until the 6th round. I think I'll start taking my players in the 6th round. Let's go with this guy. 77 with normal. Okay, getting better. I'm taking all of these fullbacks. You already know, and I'm probably just going to cut them. I'm actually going to take all of these fullbacks. Don't even worry about it. It's going to happen. Maybe I'll take a kicker. Who knows? If I get a good fullback, I'll take a kicker. Let's see. Which guy do I want? That guy's 22. This guy's 23. Let's go with this guy. 67. Alright, that guy sucks. That guy sucks. One more fullback. Guys, this is the pick of the draft right here. I really hope this guy's actually kind of good. In the 6th round... Hold on, wait. Before I just foolishly take this fullback, let me make sure I'm able to get the guys I want. One of my guys already went. Not actually that worried about that, but just seeing that, I'm going to take this guy now. 63 with normal. Okay, I knew he wasn't going to have a high overall, but he is actually really, really, really good. 88 speed, 90 trucking, 90 stiff arm. It's just because he's in the wrong scheme. If he was in the correct scheme, he'd probably be like a 72, I would want to say. Definitely nothing that great, but I'm just going to keep talking through these random picks here, right? Because why not? Oh, I forgot to check this guy. He's definitely gone, though. There was a superstar corner supposed to go in the 7th round, but he was like a late 1st projected pick. But he, wait, what am I saying? He was like in the late 1st rounders, like he was in the 1st rounders up here, like the end of them. But then it turned out he was a 7th round projected talent. But he was a guaranteed superstar guy. But Gordon Darth, be good. 72. Okay, so there was not a godly fullback in this draft. Imagine a team did that this upcoming year. They took 4 fullbacks in the draft. Only one of those guys is going to stay. Maybe none of them, because Jamiz Alawale exists and he's pretty good. But this pick, I think this pick has a lot of potential. Banks Houston. Okay, B+ catch in traffic, B+ catching, B+ spectacular catch. Does not have the greatest combine, Apparently still has a 7. I mean, maybe because he's kind of strong, but everything else kind of sucks. I think he's going to be good, though. Let's take him. 74 overall, quick development. That's nice to see. Maybe, I don't think this is going to happen, but maybe if this guy goes up at tight end, I don't really see that happening, though, because he's not the biggest person in the world, 6'2". Maybe if he goes up at tight end, I'll start him there, but if not, I think he actually might be our number 2 receiver, because our number 2 receiver doesn't seem to impact your team all that much. But yeah, that was actually a nice pick. I'll take it, but with the rest of these picks, I'm just going to take random players most likely. Maybe trade down a couple of them for picks. I'm not entirely sure. But before I go, take this guy. 74 overall, normal development. He's our new kicker. He's the kicker of the future. Even though I just signed back Giorgio Tavecchio, I'm just going to go to the end of the draft. I don't really care about the end right now. I don't have anybody else scouted. I will probably come back to you guys with a trade. No. I want to check out some players first. This was the first player taken in this draft. This guy is phenomenal. I knew he was going to be this good, but like, there's nowhere for me to play him because I would feel bad benching Khalil Mack or Danielle Hunter. Obviously I wouldn't bench Khalil Mack, but I would feel bad trading Danielle Hunter when I just traded for him because he's still super good. I mean, this guy's amazing. I think he would have fit the team if I would have traded Danielle Hunter or something, but I just didn't really feel like doing that. This was the defensive tackle that I originally wanted, but he went right before my draft pick, so I had to go with our guy, who's pretty much just as good, just doesn't have the development trait, but this guy, he's also very talented. I'm giving the Giants 2 rookie players, so one of them is an outside linebacker that I drafted with slow development. The other one is that superstar free safety that I drafted. I don't know why I drafted him. I was not thinking because Obi Melifonwu went up to an 86 overall after I spent all of his experience points, so I'm just going to keep him. And then also Carl Joseph, I'm not benching him. I'd feel bad. I like Carl Joseph. And I'm also throwing in Jameez Alawale since I have about 5 fullbacks, and I'm getting Evan Ingram. I should also mention the reason why I got Evan Ingram is because neither Safarian Jenkins nor Trey Burton accepted my offers, so yeah, I kind of needed a tight end. DeAndre Washington, a 2nd and a 3rd rounder for Ryan Shazier. Here's a look at the team for the 2nd season. This team I think is definitely better than the first because we either upgraded in some positions or we just, upgraded the players themselves who were already there. I mean, I guess our center technically got worse, but this guy I think is going to perform just as well. And I guess our wide receiver too got worse from Philly Brown, but again, I think this guy will perform just as well. But Amari Cooper's up to a 91 now. Robbie Anderson went up a bit. Christian McCaffrey is an 87. Evan Ingram is a nice tight end there. Defensively, Ryan Shazier goes up to a 95 at outside linebacker. Obi Melifonwu, like I mentioned earlier, is an 86. Our cornerback situation is not the greatest. That's one position I'm definitely going to have to target in free agency or just trade for next season. The D-line looks pretty good. I think Stephens can develop nicely. We definitely need another middle linebacker if I had to guess. And the left outside linebacker doesn't play much as it is. I just threw Markel Lee over there just to have somebody. But it really doesn't play much in a 4-3. At least in this 4-3. I checked the formation subs and everything, and in the formations where a linebacker gets subbed out, it's Markel Lee instead of Ryan Shazier, which is nice. That's what I wanted. And then also I wanted to mention that I want to replace right guard, I think, because Gabe Jackson, I think, will start to regress soon, and he's only an 83. He's not that great. But yeah, anyway, without further ado, I'm going to sim to the midseason. At the midseason mark, we are 6-1. That's pretty good to see. The Patriots are 2-5. All right, well, I see Khalil Mack there. That's going to be a lot of money, but we're going to get it done for sure. I don't know why I was on specialist. Actually, it was because at week 3 I cut Giorgio Tavecchio because I realized that he was still on our team. So I just cut him just to, make some more cap room if necessary. But Derek Carr looks like he's having a pretty good season. Good to see there. Defensively, anyone having a lot? Ryan Shazier has 9,000. That's pretty cool. About the rookies, 7,000 there, which is nice. Danielle Hunter's confident. That's kind of random, but Rowe only has 3.2 thousand. Don't really expect much from him, to be honest. Check out the division. We should be on top. Not by all that much. The Chargers are 5-3, and we are 6-1, of course. We just beat the Cardinals in a bit of a shootout there, but let's get into these negotiations. Khalil Mack, Ryan Shazier, Amari Cooper, Danielle Hunter, Robbie Anderson, Ali Marpet, Bradley Roby. Okay, that's a lot. How much money do we have? 67 million. I think we can get this done. Khalil Mack signed this massive deal. He did. Good to know. Ryan Shazier. He wants a 7-year deal, so I can't really bring it down then. Okay, that's the right length, but the financial side needs some work. Okay, I will give you some more money. I should switch him to back to middle linebacker so he wants less money because he'll be a lower overall. Anyway, though, Amari Cooper accepted the contract. Danielle Hunter. He has really sick stats. Come back to the team, man. He is. All right, good to know. Robbie Anderson, another guy. I really need to draft him or something or use him actually in the league because he looks broken. He's coming back to the team. Ali Marpet. There's only 2 more guys. We can do this. Ali Marpet's coming back, and Bradley Roby is the final guy. Well, actually, I still have to negotiate with Ryan Shazier next week, but as of now, Bradley Roby is the last person. Alright, well, yeah, Ryan Shazier is the only one I can't bring back, and if he doesn't accept it, I can probably just franchise tag him, and that'll be alright. But anyway, I'm going to scout these players, and I'll see you at the end of the season. Okay, so Ryan Shazier does not want to accept my contract. He says free agency will be the best run. Alright, well, I'll try to franchise tag him, I guess, at the end of the season. At the end of the season, we went 9-7. I don't know how the team did that poorly, and the Jets are 10-6. Alright, well, anyway, there was 3 people in the, three teams in the AFC West that went 9-7, and we were one of them, of course. The Chargers went 12-4, though. We fell off hard after the midseason. We went 2-2 in the preseason, won the opening 3 games, lost one to the Browns, went on a 3-game winning streak, lost a bunch, beat the Ravens, lost a couple, won 2, and then lost 1, but we got shut out by the Rams, 24-0. That's not good. Check out the stats, though. Russell Wilson wins MVP. I can see that. Derek Carr, 4,500 yards, 37 touchdowns, 19 interceptions. Much better season from last year. Actually, I wouldn't say much better. I think it's like 3 less interceptions and like 5 more touchdowns or something, but it's definitely still better. Christian McCaffrey, 1,200 yards and 9 touchdowns. Keith Marshall is our backup running back, apparently. Fumbled 7 times, but had 10 touchdowns. Receiving, Banks Houston had 80 catches, 871 yards, and 6 touchdowns. Amari Cooper had 1,068 yards and 10 touchdowns. Robbie Anderson not cutting it at the #1 receiver, honestly, for me right now. He had 7 touchdowns, nearly 1,000 yards, I guess. Hopefully I can find somebody in free agency, and then Robbie Anderson can just play #2. Evan Ingram had 916 yards and 8 touchdowns. Blocking was far better from last season, which is good to see. Defensively, Irvin Rowe had 146 tackles. Okay. Why did I don't know why I said that so confusingly. I do know who that is. He's our middle linebacker. Ryan Shazier had 112 tackles. Tackles for loss, we got 9 from DJ Reader and 7 from Khalil Mack, who had 26 sacks, which breaks the record if it wasn't broken last season. Daniil Hunter had 19.5 sacks. That's a lot. Interceptions, we got 3 from Bradley Roby, 1 from only 4 players. Ryan Shazier, Irvin Rowe, Goosey, I don't know, Sellers, and Obi Melifonwu. Check out touchdowns. Do we have any? We did not get any touchdowns. That's alright. We were 10th on offense. Our defense probably wasn't the best, but I mean, we had a whole lot of sacks. 9th on offense. Okay, so our offense was very good. Russell Wilson wins MVP. Anybody from the Raiders? Derek Carr actually makes it in there. I'll take it. AFC Offensive Player of the Year. Derek Carr makes it in there at #9. And Sam Bradford on the Broncos makes it at #10. Khalil Mack wins Defensive Player of the Year. Daniil Hunter comes in 3rd. And Irvin Rowe comes in 10th. Okay, so maybe that means he won Defensive Rookie of the Year. Offensive Rookie of the Year, Banks Houston comes in 2nd, who was our wide receiver. Kind of nice to see, I guess. Jeffrey Castillo. I simmed it at one point, but I think that's actually our fullback. Never mind. I was going to say I simmed the draft, but that was definitely our fullback. Defensive Rookie of the Year does go to Irvin Rowe. I doubt he got much experience, though. Mustafa Stephens comes in 3rd. Is that another Raiders team? No, I saw, yeah, right there. Gussie, I don't know. Gussie, I think I'll say that from now on. Hopefully I can remember. Gussie Sellers comes in 7th. It's not bad at all. Check out the experience. I'm sure Amari Cooper got a lot, because he usually does. He actually didn't. Honestly, I expected more. Christian McCaffrey has a good amount, though. So does our fullback. Derek Carr is 14,000. Good to see. Defensively, alright, yeah. Irvin Rowe only had 20,000. That's really not much at all. I didn't expect him to get much, considering, you know, the whole slow development sort of thing. He only got like 12K for winning that. But Daniil Hunter got 24,000. Not sure how Khalil Mack didn't get that much. I'm sure Daniil Hunter made a Pro Bowl then. He did. Khalil Mack had to have made a Pro Bowl, right? There's no chance you don't having that kind of season. Okay, yeah, he made 4. Okay, he made another Pro Bowl. He only got 924 experience for making the Pro Bowl. I don't know. Anyway, though, I'm going to spend the experience and then sim this game, and hopefully we win. Here's what the team looks like after I spent the experience. I don't think anyone went up that much on the offense, from what I can see. Actually, our fullback is an 83 now. That's nice to see. Christian McCaffrey is a 90. Amari Cooper went up to a 93. Defensively, this row dude went up to an 82. He's probably just going to be our backup. DJ Reader's an 86 now. Stevens is an 83. Our cornerback went up to a 85. That's pretty nice to see. Ryan Shazier is an 86. That's pretty cool. Let's advance the week here, see if we can take down the Jets. I hope so. I'm not really sure how they made the playoffs, and we didn't even beat the Jets. That's phenomenal. I'm just showing this here that I am going to franchise tag Ryan Shazier. That's kind of a no-brainer, considering he is like our second best player on defense. I think it was only 9 mil as well, which really isn't even that bad for a player of his caliber, especially since he's like a 96 or something. So let's see who's in free agency. We have $7.94 million. We might be able to bring in somebody. Greg Olson's here, Jameson Crowder. Okay, so nobody really that I want. which is a bit annoying. I was hoping there'd be like at least a decent corner or something. But what I'm going to do probably is go after some random guys just for some trade value, and then I will try to trade them next season for a better wide receiver and corner. I think that's all I really need, and I think this team's pretty good. So like Amir Abdullah, I will try to give you an offer because you're rather cheap. I'll give you 71 points. It's really not that bad. I hope you can accept that. And I'll do that with a couple other players because they will definitely have trade value. So I'm trading down in this 8th pick. It sucks, but I wanted that middle linebacker from the Redskins, and then if he got taken, I was going to take the right outside linebacker from the Patriots. I'll try to remember to look at those guys just to see what they're all about, but I'm going to trade away this pick just for some stuff next year. That's all next. Nope. Is that this year? What year are we in? Not even sure. That might be next year stuff. Who knows? But anyway, I'm going to be taking a tight end just because I'd like a backup tight end. I don't really want anybody in this draft to start. I was going to start that middle linebacker if I could have gotten him, but now I might actually have to trade for one. Anyway, we got this tight end, 79 overall, quick development, looks pretty good, 82 speed, 86 catching, 6'4", not bad at all. I'm trading away my 20th pick currently, this center that we drafted last year, and a 4th rounder for Reuben Foster. For this pick, I'm going with Pierre Mack. Don't really think he's going to get much playing time, but I got to draft him, right? He's related to Khalil Mack, obviously. Let's go with him. 76 was superstar. Okay. I had no idea this guy was going to have superstar development, but he's clearly Khalil Mack's relative then. Okay, so I really don't have many other players scouted here. These are all the guys that I have. I don't actually have that many picks either, so I'm just going to take these guys randomly. I'll come back if anybody is super, super outstanding, but if nobody is, like, amazing, then probably just see a trade. Well, this guy's pretty good. I think that classifies as being pretty outstanding. Superstar development. The other guard we drafted was like a 78 with normal, but, I mean, this guy is better, I think. You know, for not scouting this guy at all, I don't really have much proof of that. You can't really see it from this angle. I'll probably just have like a couple seconds leading up to this pick, but I didn't scout this guy at all. And for not doing that, he's a very good pick. It's just super easy to draft offensive linemen. This is that outside linebacker I wanted. He actually looks really good. What's his zone coverage? 76. He would have fit this scheme really well. He probably would have played left outside linebacker, or whichever one Markel Lee is. I'm actually not sure. He wouldn't have gotten much playing time, so it's not the biggest deal, but he still is really good. That guy looks amazing. This guy was taken in the 2nd round, and he's 21 years old. The Colts got a steal and a half from that guy. And look at this dude. Zeke Powers? Okay, the Colts got a really good draft. Who was their 1st round draft pick? Alright, that guy's not bad either. Okay, yeah. The Colts had a... They may have even had a better draft than I did. Hey, look, there's the middle linebacker I wanted. 81 overall, superstar development. I knew that dude had superstar, that's why I wanted him. But the Redskins got him. I mean, he's good, but they have Reuben Foster now, so it's not really the biggest deal. I'm overtrading, but who cares? I'm giving the Saints a Rowe and Houston and a 2nd rounder for Michael Thomas. One final trade here, I think. Garion Conley and 2 2nd rounders for Desmond Trufant. This is what the team for the final season looks like. I think it's actually really good. There's a couple positions I would upgrade, but I'm really content with it. I mean, I still have trade value on this team with Amir Abdullah and TJ Yeldon. I can definitely trade them, probably for a new right guard, but I'm actually happy with how Gabe Jackson's been playing, and he's not really regressing. I think it's fine. I've said this multiple times, but as long as you have offensive linemen over like an 84, 82 even, you can probably go to an 82, they will play perfectly fine. Honestly, except for like left tackle. Like the best, like the top tier left tackles in this game let up like 10 sacks every season. Like that's a very, very good season from a left tackle if he lets up like 10. Under 15 is normally pretty good. But like an 82 rated left tackle might let up like 30. That's the only one that actually matters. I don't know why, but that's like the only one that actually matters. Everyone else plays perfectly fine if they're around like a mid 80s. So I don't really try to spend all that much money on my offensive line because it's not necessary in every situation. Sometimes I go out and get David DeCastro or Zach Martin or something like that. Normally David DeCastro though, because for some reason DeCastro is like easier to trade for than Joe Tooney is, which I don't get. So David DeCastro is one of those guys. He's actually an exception to that, what I just was, my spiel there, what I was just talking about. Here's the defense, though. Looks very good as well. The only thing I would really change, and I wouldn't even really change it, would be this left outside linebacker. I think he's perfectly fine. Superstar development, fits the scheme pretty well. He doesn't even get that much playing time, so I don't really feel the need to change him. I like where Desmond Trufant is. It's a very good lockdown #1 corner. We have Sellers at #2, and then Bradley Roby at #3. I'm fine with that. The D-line looks phenomenal. Obi Melifanu has progressed super, super well during this rebuild. And then, yeah, without anything else to say, I mean, I don't really have anything else to say there is what I meant to say just a second ago. It's tired. It's tired? What? I meant to say it's late and I'm tired, and I said it's tired. So, yeah, guys, it's very tired right now. I'm just going to go to the end of the season. Let's see if we can get revenge on the Jets this season. We finished 10-6. They finished 9-7. I don't know how they're actually playing well. Maybe they have a good quarterback now. Anyway, we tied with the Chargers in the division, but we did not take the division. Maybe they got more divisional wins than we did or something. Maybe they just beat us twice. Who knows? 2-2 in the preseason. We lost our opening 2 games, though. One of them to the Chargers. We beat the Lions, and we beat the Chargers. So I'm guessing the Chargers just had more divisional wins or points for, however that's determined. Lost to the Bears, beat the Packers, lost to the Texans, went on a 3-game winning streak against the Broncos, Chiefs, and Titans. Shut out the Titans, which is nice. Also shut out the Ravens down there. But we lost to the Dolphins and the Vikings. Like I mentioned, we beat the Ravens, and the Jaguars, and the Colts, and the Broncos. So pretty nice end of the season there. Good time to start getting hot. Deshaun Watson wins MVP. How is Derek Carr doing, though? 4,937 yards, 45 touchdowns, 13 picks. He is definitely not far behind Deshaun Watson in that running. Speaking of running, sick transition, yeah. 1,133 yards from Christian McCaffrey with 7 touchdowns. His best season, I think, was his first year, which is interesting because usually they just progress more because he's like a 90, what is he? He's a 90, I don't know. Amir Abdullah had 11 touchdowns out of the backup and no fumbles, which is nice to see. I don't think either of our receivers fumbled. Hold on. Michael Thomas had a crazy season. But yeah, not receivers. Running backs is what I meant to say. Yeah, none of our running backs fumbled, which is cool, right? Let me sort it by it. I guess that would be the smartest way. Yeah, none of our running backs fumbled. Pretty sweet. Receiving, Michael Thomas, nearly 100 catches, almost 1,400 yards with 14 touchdowns. Pretty good season there. Robbie Anderson did pretty well as the number 2 receiver, to be fair. Mari Cooper got nearly 1,200 yards with 4 touchdowns. And Evan Ingram, almost said Melvin Ingram. Not even close. I mean, like the same last name, but spelled differently, whatever. Evan Ingram, 841 yards, 9 touchdowns, not bad. I think Christian McCaffrey had 6 receiving touchdowns there. I don't know why it took me so long to think of that. But very good season from the O-line, especially Ali Marpet. He has to be in the top 10 offensive lineman list because letting up under 5 sacks as a tackle, I mean, I understand he's a right tackle, not a left tackle, but that's super impressive. Defensively, Reuben Foster had 152 tackles, nice to see. Khalil Mack had 16 tackles for loss. Danielle Hunter had 7. Quarterback sacks, we got 17.5 from Khalil Mack and 15 from Danielle Hunter. The fact that you can say Khalil Mack has done worse, even though he got 17.5 sacks, like he's done worse than last year, that's pretty insane. Interceptions, we got 6 from Desmond Trufant, making a pretty immediate impact on the team. I thought his height just said 6'8" there for a second. That would have been really weird. Ryan Shazier has 1, so does Bradley Roby, Reuben Foster, Obi Melifanu, and Carl Joseph, who hasn't developed as I would have liked, but that's okay. Somebody got a safety. I'm going to check that out in a second, though. We got 1 touchdown from Ryan Shazier, and there's a safety here from Khalil Mack. Of course it is. Who else would it be from? 4th on offense, which is nice to see. Top 10 defense has to be. It was 9th. Okay, so yeah, we just squeezed into the top 10. Deshaun Watson, like I mentioned earlier, does win MVP, but Derek Carr is in 3rd, and Hunter Webster is in 2nd. Anybody from the Jets? I just kind of want to see who the Jets quarterback is. All right, I don't really care that much. I don't really feel like checking, but maybe if he's in this running, we can see. Derek Carr comes in 3rd on Offensive Player of the Year. There you go. Jacoby Brissett is the Jets quarterback. Very interesting there. Whatever. Defensive Player of the Year, Khalil Mack comes in 2nd, as does... Nope. Reuben Foster does not come in 2nd. He comes in 3rd. Nobody else from the Raiders in that list. Offensive Rookie of the Year. Do we have anybody? Do we not? Defensive Rookie of the Year. Probably have that one outside linebacker. There he is. PR Mack. Khalil Mack's cousin, of course. Best quarterback. We come in 1st in that list, which is nice, but somehow Deshaun Watson still wins MVP. Whatever. Best running back. Christian McCaffrey comes in 8th. Okay, you didn't have the best year. I didn't expect him to be that high, but Michael Thomas wins Best Receiver. Nobody else from our team in there. Mike Williams is, though. Best O-lineman. Ronnie Hudson's in there. And Ali Marpet is not, even though I definitely believe he should have been. Best D-lineman, Melvin Ingram, ranks higher than Khalil Mack, apparently. Alright, where's Danielle Hunter? Danielle Hunter didn't even make this? There's that many people with 15 sacks, apparently. Best linebacker. Anybody? Anybody? Does not look like it. Best defensive back. Wow, Desmond Trufant comes in 3rd. I guess Marcus Peters and Malcolm Butler just had crazy seasons, and Malcolm Butler's down to an 84. Can I click on him? No, I can't. Wow, that's kind of disappointing from him. Best kicker. Is our rookie kicker in this? He is not. That's kind of sad, too. Check out the experience, though. I have a lot of coach experience. I have 7.3K, which is nice. 21K from Derek Carr, which is cool to see. 17K there from Michael Thomas. A good amount from the O-line. They haven't gotten all that much until right now. Mac got 19,000. How'd you get so much? Did you make the Pro Bowl? No? I don't know. Guess you just accrued that over the year. Who knows? Daniel Hunter got 19,000. 13K from Desmond Trufant there. 15 from Ryan Shazier. And 14 from Reuben Foster. Okay, looks pretty good. I'm going to spend this, and then I'll hop into the game. Here is a quick look at the team before we hop into the game. Where is he? Sharp. He went up to an 86. I think he made the Pro Bowl. He did make the Pro Bowl. I don't know how that happened. He didn't really play, but yeah, he made it to the Pro Bowl and got a lot of experience. But the O-line looks a lot better now. Their experience actually paid off a whole lot there, of course. Christian McCaffrey's up to a 92. Didn't really go up all that much. Michael Thomas is still a 99, and Evan Ingram's a 96. Who else went up a lot? Mack went up to an 84. That's pretty cool to see. I don't think anybody else went up all that much. Whatever. Anyway, I'm going to go into this game, and I also realized that I forgot to say a word the first time we made the playoffs. But anyway, we are in 93. They are in 85. Let's go with Hershey's, because I have a Hershey's chocolate bar wrapper. It's one of the little ones. I have it next to me. You can hear it. Ready? I have this wrapper next to me. And, yeah, comment Hershey's if you've made it this far. You guys better put the apostrophe. It's important. No, I really don't care. But anyway, yeah, comment that if you would like to. If not, obviously it's cool. You don't have to comment anything. But I hope you guys are enjoying the video. We are currently up by 1 touchdown. About to go up by 2. Yes, we do. 24-16. They still are only 1 score down. 31-16 now. We definitely won the game. We were able to beat the Jets this time around. Last season obviously did not go this well. I mean, this one didn't go like significantly amazing, like significantly better, I guess, because I actually didn't even look at the score last time. But this game wasn't that amazing. We were, pretty neck and neck with them for the most part, and then in the fourth quarter we kind of pulled away. Derek Carr though, 259 yards, 2 touchdowns. Jacoby Brissett didn't play horribly, but he did have an interception. Christian McCaffrey got over 100 yards. Jerick McKinnon did not. Did we trade Jerick McKinnon? No, we didn't. We never signed him. I tried to give him an offer, but he didn't accept it the first season. Derek Carr got a rushing touchdown though. Evan Ingram got a receiving touchdown. Who else did? Damon Roy, Jermaine Kearse, Christian McCaffrey, and Jerick McKinnon. Defensively, Demario Davis had 12 tackles. Carl Joseph had 11. Justin Ellis had a tackle for loss, who was, on our team in the beginning of this rebuild, but we traded Justin Ellis to the Jets. Khalil Mack had 3 sacks. Alden Smith had 1, and so did Daniil Hunter. We also traded Alden Smith, and Ryan Shazier had the pick. In the divisional round, we have to take on the Chargers. I think we are able to pull away. I think we will be able to pull away, with a win here. At least I hope so. I try to go confident into these games, but really, preconceptions don't mean anything in this because it doesn't matter. Madden simulation is just super random, it seems. So this game's relatively close. It is now 27-24, and I think we are going to lose. Nope, we got a touchdown right at the end, but so did they, and we lost because they are able to score in like 40 seconds, if I am not mistaken, which makes a whole lot of sense. I don't know, Phillip Rivers is the best quarterback. Both these quarterbacks played super well, actually. Derek Carr threw 2 interceptions, which kind of sucks. Phillip Rivers definitely played better because he did not throw. Actually, he had 3 less touchdowns though. I don't know. They have similar kind of numbers, like their yardage and like their attempts and stuff like that. And their completion percentage is pretty much identical. I guess Phillip Rivers did play a bit better, if you asked me. Melvin Gordon had 3 rushing touchdowns though. Christian McCaffrey did not have the greatest day on the ground. Evan Ingram, almost said Melvin Ingram again. Evan Ingram absolutely went off this game. He had 3 touchdowns. Amari Cooper had 1, and Hunter Henry had 1. The tight ends were a problem for both teams, it seems. Reuben Foster had 13 total tackles. Ryan Shazier had 11, and Khalil Mack had 10. Khalil Mack also had 2 tackles for loss. Jerron Reed had 2 sacks. A couple guys had 1.5. A couple had 1. A couple had a half. Interceptions, 1 from Jamar Taylor and Casey Hayward. But this is where this rebuild has to end because we lost to the Chargers. I thought we had that one in the bag, to be honest, after we scored that 1 touchdown near the end. But then the Chargers were able just to storm down the field in like 4 plays and score back again. Whatever, that's Madden. Just kind of what happens. We were a 99 on offense and defense, which is nice to see. 95 overall in general. Here's one final look at the team, but I definitely hope you guys enjoyed this video. Thank you very much for watching, and I will talk to you guys soon.